Hello, welcome in. I see you brought some books you're wanting to sell. Are you going to be shopping with us too? Of course. So, let's take care of these first. I'm always excited to see new books come in. I also like to check the quality, so sometimes people want to donate some very well-loved books, and while that's wonderful, they aren't always resellable. So let's take a look at this. This one looks like it's in pretty good quality. Good condition. There's a little bit of damage on the spine, but that's fine. So it has a little bookmark. That's really nice. And it's called 50 Truths Worth Knowing. I'm guessing this is some type of inspirational gift book. I see the truths are, I would say, quite basic, but I think we always need reminders of some of these basic life inspirations. Attitude is half the battle, age is just a number. I imagine this book is something you could have at your bedside, maybe when you wake up. Take it and you read the next truth for the day and use it as sort of a mantra for your day. I think that's really wonderful. It's a great book. Let's see. This one. Well, this one is a classic. Just So Stories. This is by Rudyard Kipling. It's from early 1900s. It doesn't look like this version is quite that old, but let's take a look. It's in absolutely perfect condition. See that you take really good care of your books, and I really admire that. Okay. I like how this version has such large text. It's great for our young readers. This is a book for children, but it's a wonderful classic that I always recommend parents read with their kids because the stories are so darling and everyone loves animals. So really encourages your creativity and gives you a new way of looking at things, I would say. Now there's some cute little illustrations in this one as well. Okay, wonderful addition. These ones always fly off the shelves because people love this book. Alright. What else do we have? Well, as a plant lover, I'm already intrigued by the orchid on the cover of this one. What is this one called? Eat the ones you love. Well, I've heard a couple things about this book. It's very new, so it's definitely going to be exciting for our fiction lovers. this in. Obviously, it's in beautiful condition. This book is a little bit Little Shop of Horrors, a little bit working in retail, right? Yes. Should be relatable for people. And also potentially a good book for the upcoming Halloween season. Also some romance too. Well, that would definitely track with the title. For bringing this one in. Like I said, our fiction lovers will be really excited to get a new book in. They tend to really fly off the shelves. Now what's this? Signs on the Wind. Postcard collages. I don't think I've seen this one before. Of course, it's in perfect condition. Let's take a look. Lovely art book. Mixed media. Always so fascinating. Very accessible form of art. But can be difficult to do well because there's so much potential for symbolism. I find these books to be quite meditative. You can really sit here and just soak in the artist's vision, what they're trying to say, and also pick up what themes they tend to favor. I definitely already see a theme of animals, even specifically African motif. States presidents even. Well, I won't spend too much time on this. Not now, at least. There's always time during our quiet reading hour, which I would like to invite you to, by the way, if you wish. It's a good chance to take a seat and really have some time to read through some of our books before you make some purchases. And we don't discriminate. If you just want to sit, read, and not buy anything, that's totally fine by us. We're happy our books get some use. Let's see, what's this one? Small quilt crafts. How lovely. We definitely have a lot of crafters. Really like and appreciate another crafty book. Very vibrant blue cover on this. Let's see what sort of crafts are in here. there's some really good detailed instructions. Each craft has a very detailed list of materials that you need and instructions. Everything is very folksy and cute, but also useful. I definitely appreciate very useful crafts. Something you can make and then use for years and years, and every time you use it, you get this really warm and cozy feeling that is something that you made personally for yourself. Other people may not appreciate it as much, but you get to really feel it yourself and feel proud of what you did and what you made. I think that's the more valuable. The pictures are just adorable. It's like something from mom or grandma. That's so cute. Well, I don't think this one's going to sit on the shelf for very long. It's just too adorable. Well, thank you so much for these. Now, we can do an exchange. You can pick out any books you would like today in exchange for these. Or, of course, we will just add these to your account, and then you can use that money for any time. Alright. Did you have some books you were looking for today? Okay. Well, I keep a pretty detailed inventory. And I can check if you have the one that you're looking for. And also I have some recommendations for you, I think, based on that. So let's see. Don't have that one currently. I see that we did have it, but somebody purchased it, so it's been crossed out here. However, if you would like, I can note it down into your account, and I can give you a call or send you a mail when we get it in stock. How's that? All right. Let me just get your name. And your address. That way I can send you a letter when we get it in stock. And if we get it in stock, and since you're on the list, I'll hold it for you for a couple of weeks. And if you don't end up coming in, or you procure the book in a different way, you can just ignore my letter, and after a couple weeks it'll go on the shelf for everyone else. Okay. be reasonable on me. I have to do this for everybody, so just don't give me too many at once, okay? Alright, but I'll keep an eye out for this one for you. Right. But otherwise, if you don't mind, I will check through our stacks here for some recommendations. Alright. Let's see what we have over here. Library books. Interesting. recommendations for you. Big stack. So let's start with the one at the top here. But actually, let me get myself organized. This over here. There we go. Now we can really give each one its own spotlight. So, this is quite a fun book. I really love this series in general. But this is the Audubon Society's field guide to reptiles and amphibians. What I really love about this series is, as you can see, the very durable construction. Flexible cover, but also very strong. The pages as well. In the middle we have a bunch of pictures, but the pages are very durable. These are really meant to go out with you in the field during your identification efforts. So, let me give you an idea of how it looks on the inside. You can see it has these really cool sections where it gives descriptions, and this is mainly an index, so it helps you find what section of the book has the critters you're looking for. And there's tons of very, very high quality photos. You can see some salamanders and newts. Gives you a really good visual of what you're looking for. It has all sorts of scaled creatures. Frogs, snakes, turtles. And each species is also accompanied with a thorough description of the habitat, behavior, and also a really, really convenient map, so you can see if you can expect to even find the species where you are. And every single species has this. This is really a huge wealth of information. Next is this lovely little cooking magazine. We have a huge amount of these darling little cooking magazines back here. So, peruse at your own desire. But here's one of them. It's called Cooking with Apples. 160 recipes. Anything you want to do with apples, you'll find it in this book. Crustless apple pie, half apple pie, Strasbourg apple pie, whatever that is. You can find out how to make it in here. Apple butter layer cake. All sorts of little gems. And many of them community based. So you could find some long lost family recipe in here, and it could end up being absolutely incredible. So and staying on the baking and cooking kick, I have a wonderful piece of history today. I think you should go home with this book. It's a beautiful classic for the sandwich aficionados and lovers. 1001 Sandwiches. And you will really find all sorts of sandwiches in this book. From simple sandwiches to absolutely strange and adventurous concoctions. Just this page, sandwich butter, creating a special butter to put on your sandwiches. Vegetable sandwiches, peanut butter brittle sandwiches, yeast sandwich, kraut and spinach sandwich, hot sandwich, combination sandwich 2, ham and tongue sandwich, creamed sandwich, baked bean sandwich, oyster sandwich, tuna cheese sandwich, black cat sandwich, which has some bitter chocolate, butter, powdered sugar, cooked stoned prunes, a tablespoon of black coffee, and peanut butter. So you'll find lunch sandwiches, dessert sandwiches, all sorts of sandwiches. So this is a very secret book that I've showed you, and please consider taking it home today. What else do we have? This is a really cool book. I really like it as a interesting and informative coffee table type of book. It's kind of a coffee table book because of its size and the fact that it has a lot of wonderful pictures in it of orchids. So, if you are a fan of houseplants like me, you might have a couple orchids at home. This is a great book to teach you how to take care of them. There's all different types of orchids and a very approachable way of describing what you need to do to give them their best life. And it doesn't just stop at your grocery store orchids. There's all sorts of exotic species in here. And I just love the award-winning photos. A very good option. last but not least, there is this travel book called Pacific Northwest, Land of Many Dreams. This and also another wonderful coffee table option, because you could see just the lovely photography. It's so beautiful. This book is really a love letter to the Pacific Northwest, which would encompass Oregon, Washington, as well as British Columbia and Canada. Really a land for nature lovers, and that creates a really unique cultural landscape to this region. It's a very meditative book, and I think you will just wonder at the beautiful photos. Okay, what do we think of these options? I thought so. Well, I think that we can call it a wash with the books you brought in. Let me write up you a receipt in any case. Let's see, we have the field guide. Reptiles. And amphibians. Cooking with apples. Thousand and one sandwiches, of course. Understanding orchids. Thank you so much.